Okay, we're going live. Okay. Hello from Cookbook Divas and Woodinville Wine Blog and Lake Chelan Wine Blog. It is Friday, and I'm here with Jen on the right, Katie on the left. I am Carrie,
Hello.
and we are ready for some happy hour cocktails, even though it's only 2 p.m. on the West Coast. We're going live at 2 p.m. on the West Coast because we need to day drink responsibly, and also people on the East Coast are going to be joining us for our chats. So I'm on Amazon Live in our new shopping stream. We love to talk about cocktails. We love to look through cocktail books, and we're also going to ask some cocktail trivia using our table topics games. I hosted a lot of virtual happy hours during the pandemic. I'm sure you all attended many of them. And we got used to just playing games on camera while drinking responsibly. Jen, what are you going to be drinking today?
I am drinking a vodka cranberry with a splash of soda.
Ooh,
Yum.
that sounds
refreshing.
good.
Yeah, it is very refreshing. I think it might have a name, but I don't know what the name is. I need to look it up.
Katie, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking a tequila sunrise, one of them.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and I actually, I used the Roses Grenadine, which we have on our little reel or carousel down below as well. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and it's got a splash of lemon in it too. So it's a little different. Yeah, it's also refreshing, but I really want soda water.
Really good.
Yeah.
I need to find it. So I wanted to start off because everyone always asks about my pink makeup that I wear, but I have to find it in the stream here. Here it is. This is Urban Decay's Naked Cyber Palette. Look how shiny it is.
I love that. That's cool.
And then for my skin tone and the colors that I wear, it's really, I can't say glittery, but it's very shiny. But I just wanted to mention that because everyone asks. But today I'm going to be making myself a classic Manhattan cocktail. But first, I want to welcome our visitors who are watching from Woodinville Wine Blog. Please drop us a note in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And what are you going to be drinking today? And are you going to be going out wine tasting this weekend? We're also waiting for our Amazon live shopping friends to join us. So I looked up a classic Manhattan cocktail recipe, and I ended up on a blog called acouplecooks.com. They wanted me to use rye whiskey, but I prefer bourbon.
My favorite.
They wanted me to use sweet red vermouth, but I only had vermouth, the other kind. What's the other kind that isn't sweet? Just
dry
vermouth. Yes, sorry, that's all I had. I'm going to be adding, this is a woman-owned company in Portland, Oregon, the Bitter Housewife. I'm going to be adding these bitters to my drink.
That's awesome.
I have a little mini shaker with crushed ice in it. And in our carousel, you can see my rocks glasses that I'm going to use for my very small cocktail that I'm going to sip very slowly. Where is it? And if you just joined us, please be sure to drop a note in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Oh, there's the whiskey glasses. So I shake. I think I'm going to add the bitters at the last, and I don't want this ice to melt and be watered down my whiskey. So I already had the vermouth in there. Oh, look at that color. I don't think it's watered down yet. And with these cocktail bitters, I picked the typical, this is grapefruit bitters, which is not available on Amazon right now. So I'm going to switch to the one that is. Oh, they have cardamom bitters, currently sold out on Amazon. But I think you can get the orange or the old-fashioned ones.
Leslie is saying hi from Atlanta right now. Hello, Leslie.
Hello, Leslie. Is it happy hour at your house?
Yeah, what are you drinking today?
I cannot find. Well, I can't find the bitters in the carousel. All right. This is orange bitters. It's going to make my Manhattan more like an old-fashioned, but that's okay. I'm just going to barely 1, 2.
That's always okay.
And to finish off, a Manhattan uses either a slice of orange or a cherry. I found filthy cherries on Amazon.
Yum.
And I didn't link to the actual one that I have, the black cherry, because it has a stupid price right now of $49. That's not what I paid when I ordered it from Amazon last week. It was $12.
Oh my God.
So I linked to the filthy red maraschino cherry. But this is black cherry made from wild Italian. Oops, I need my glasses. Here they are. Wild Italian Amarena cherries.
Oh, yum.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
That sounds really
And
good.
I think typically you put 1 in. I'm going to put 2. Why wouldn't I?
Yum. Yeah.
Cool. I love those glasses, Carrie.
Thank you. They're very pink because that's kind of my thing. All right. Here is cheers.
Oh, yum.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
I used Woodenville whiskey. I used filthy black cherries. And I used bitter housewife bitters. Cheers. Is everybody cooking tonight or going out on dates because it's Friday?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I think we're going to stay in and order in, but I don't know what yet.
Ooh.
I love that plan.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Keep going. Oh, I was going to say I'm cooking, but I'm cooking out of this cookbook. Yeah. My friends are coming over and we're going to do a really simple, let me see if I can find it. We're going to do a simple teriyaki recipe just because we want like that comfort food, but still it's not heavy teriyaki. Let's see if I can find it.
Do you know that Jet Tila clicked like on your post about that cookbook on our Cookbook Divas Instagram?
No, I love him. Anyway, we're gonna be doing this.
It is awesome.
I know. I'm so excited. But anyway, I can't wait to hear what you have, Jen. What for takeout? Oh, that sounds good too.
I'm feeling like I want some Indian food.
Oh yes.
Right?
Perfect.
That's like comfort. Yummy.
Yum. So jealous.
Those of you that are watching from our Woodenville and Lake Chelan wine blogs, whenever Jen and I go to Walla Walla to visit wineries, we have to go to the Indian restaurant in downtown Walla Walla.
Yeah, like 3 times in a weekend.
That place was really good. I want to go there again. Oh,
we're obsessed with it. Oh my gosh.
Walla Walla just has amazing food options.
Yeah. I was surprised.
Mm-hmm.
But it's awesome. Yeah.
So I wanted to show everybody the cookbooks or the cocktail books that we'll be briefly looking through for the next hour. But in between, we're going to be chatting about drinking. And we're going to be playing some cocktail trivia. And I really hope you viewers will join in and answer us in the comments. Because we don't know everything about cocktails, and you might. And this is an awesome cocktail book about adding stuff to your sparkling beverages like champagne to make it into a champagne cocktail. It's an entire book.
I love that.
So I'm looking forward to looking through those. And Katie's going to take us on a tour of your Japanese cocktail books.
Yes, and I've got the witchcraft cocktails, which is actually what I got my tequila sunrise recipe from. But let me quickly
grab that. Shall we start with that one? Check it out.
Carrie really wants to. Sure.
I'm so excited.
Yes. Okay. Briefly, I will talk about it. Yes. My recipe was apparently I'm supposed to smell the citron and feel refreshed. But anyway, so this is a really cool cookbook. If you're a witchy person, this has got some witchy stuff. If you're not a witchy person, that's okay. It has a lot of cool stuff in here. Beautiful recipes. Like here's an oak moon white Russian, which was actually my other option.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's got black walnut bitters in it. And let's see what else. Maple syrup. So really, interesting, different flavors for sure. There's an uncrossing mint julep, so classic but refreshing. Let's see what else we've got. Let's see if I can find my tequila sunrise. I don't think it has a picture, but here's a spirited summer breeze that looks cute. There's a cute little pineapple on the top.
That is so cute.
I know. But yeah, this is really cool. It talks about if you're witchy at all. It's got like your energies, what it's going to help you do.
Oh, wow.
I think drinking any alcohol is going to make you feel better. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, but it talks about all the different magical stones associated with it, what season everything is supposed to be taken with. But yeah, it's really cool. This is a really cool cookbook. Super quick. There's 70 seasonal drinks in here. And then this one, which is it's art. I mean, I would feel bad drinking a cocktail from this just because it's so gorgeous. This is the art of the Japanese cocktail. And I'll just show a few pictures because it's just, oh my goodness, it's insane. So this is one I just flipped through. It's bright and sunny, but it's got that gorgeous purple hue on the top. And this, I'm trying to figure out
what liquor is in it.
Let's see. We have, oh my God. Okay. So the top is the skin of a half a pineapple. We have ginger, lemongrass. There's champagne yeast. Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. There's so this is a ginger, lemongrass, tapatch. I've never heard of that.
I don't know how to say that.
Yeah. There's lime juice, butterfly pea flower tea infused island rum.
Oh, that's where they get that purple color from?
That's beautiful.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing. So then here's another, let me see if I can find another really cool one. There's a lot of really amazing drinks in here. We've got here, this one's cute. It's called a ruby fruit. And this one has shishini salt, lime wedge, tequila, tutti frutti cordial, anyway, fresh lime juice, ruby port wine. There's a lot of amazing stuff in this one. So this is a gorgeous cookbook. The drinks are really elaborate. So if that's your thing, I do recommend it. I'll show one more and then Carrie can take over. I don't want to hog everything.
Oh, feel free to hog everything. We got time. It's happy hour.
Yeah. So this one's kind of cute. It's called a Toki Highball, but I wanted to it's just really simple. It's like clear and it's got 2 little cherries stuck out of it. It's precious. I love it.
It's refreshing.
Yeah. It's there's so many cool drink. This one's insane. So this is like a whole scene in here. I know. I can't believe it. I want to be able to do this, but again, it's like so much setup and drinking it. I'd be like, oh, I feel bad.
But that would be fun if you're having people over. It reminds me of something I've been served while in Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
So long ago.
Yeah.
Oh, how I miss Vegas.
I know.
Oh.
Me too. The last one I'm going to show is the Yuzu Shio Daiquiri. And I love Yuzu. It's so awesome, refreshing. And there's a cute little cat on top of that burnt lime.
Wow.
They like actually burn the lime.
Is it a sugar cat or what's?
I actually don't know. Let me check. I'm wondering if it is a sugar
cat.
Hey,
I wanted to welcome our visitors from YouTube and Amazon Live. We are looking through. You want to show them the front of the cookbook or the cocktail book?
Yeah. So this is the art of the Japanese cocktail. Beautiful cocktail drinks. If you're somebody that loves if you're a mixologist, this would be a really fun cookbook to play around with. This would make a great coffee table book too, honestly. It talks about the actual bar. So the bar itself is called, let me find it. It's called the Katana Kitten, which is great.
Wow.
I love that.
I know.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And this is what the bar actually looks like.
Oh, pretty.
Right? And I want to go to Japan now. But yeah, so they have all these beautiful drinks that they showcase here. This is a melon lime soda.
Oh, yum.
Yeah.
That color is just so enticing.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
It's perfect for summertime. But yeah, this is a really, really cool cookbook. It's very, very elegant. I would say it's sophisticated. It's not your basic bartending book. So for more advanced bartender people out there, check this out. It's a very cool cookbook. What are some of your books that you've got going on, Carrie?
Well, I was thinking of doing some trivia now that we have some friends joining us on Facebook and YouTube and Amazon Live.
Wonderful.
I wanted to first mention, everybody always asks about our kitchen backdrops behind us. So my kitchen is too ugly to film in. Jen has a beautiful kitchen, but she's at the office today. And Katie is in her office as well. So we use kitchen backdrops. And the one behind me is from Kate. It's a 10 by 10, and it's definitely over $100. But it's fabric, and I can wash it, which is very important because of dog hair.
Oh.
So I wanted to introduce, I just got this in the mail yesterday, so I haven't played it yet. It's Table Topics. And back before the pandemic, I would bring table topics to dinner parties with the host or hostess's permission, because it really, really helps with getting shy people to start talking. And my best friend, Alyssa, is very shy at parties. These are questions to start great conversations. Table Topic makes dozens of different kinds. They have a book club edition, a sports edition, a not your mother's dinner party edition. They also have Inspiring Women. And what is this month?
Women's History Month.
Women's History Month. Ooh, I like us better this way. How's that?
Yeah, that's
Table Topics cocktails would have been so handy to have during the pandemic isolation when I was hosting daily happy hours, or let's basically call them all day long hours. But we had to go. So one side of the card has trivia. The other side has a question to get people talking. So I'm going to start off with this trivia that makes me angry, sort of. It says state courts in California, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin have ruled that ladies' nights discounts are unlawful gender discrimination. I like ladies' nights because it encourages women to go out when you wouldn't, because it's a bar full of men. I'm not going to walk into a bar full of men by myself.
Right.
No.
Yeah. I like ladies' nights too. They're fun.
But I get it. I guess if I was a guy showing up at a bar and I had to be charged more than a lady, I'd be like, hey, I'm a girl too.
Well, I think
we have a new follower, Janaea Crockett. Thanks so much for following us. Love
Hello.
it. Hey. Welcome. Are you drinking a cocktail? I hope you are.
Hi, Janaea.
So we have not drunk enough yet to answer this Table Topics question. What's the story behind your first kiss? That's a little too private for this moment. So I'm going to find a better one to ask you. Who's your favorite author?
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh. That's a hard one.
Many.
How do I pick one?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Anybody watching have a favorite author you'd like to share with us?
Oh, my Lanta. I don't know if I can pick one.
I guess I'm going to say my favorite author is Lisa Gardner right now, because she writes really suspenseful page turners and I read them at night when I can't fall asleep. And then it makes me fall asleep because of Murphy's Law. I'm like, no, what happens? I'm so tired. Dang it. Wait. And I wake up in the morning going, what happened? It's Lisa Gardner.
Doesn't that make it harder for you to sleep, though, if you're excited?
No, because Murphy's Law kicks in. And because I want to read it so bad, my body gets tireder and I fall asleep. I'm like, dang it.
Oh, that's so funny.
I wished I had that skill.
Me too.
Do you have an author in mind, Jen?
Oh, I'm trying to think of one, and I'm like having a hard time.
It is hard. I think overall, like in my whole reading life, I would say it's probably Neil Gaiman for me, just because I love all of his stuff. He's gone and done comics and books, and it's all very folktale-esque, but his own folktales. So I think Neil Gaiman might be on my top for sure, consistently at least. Yes.
So this card, and then I'll ask Katie to pull one too. This one has an Irish toast. This is the Table Topics Questions to Start Great Conversations Cocktail Edition. The Irish toast is, may neighbors respect you, trouble neglect you, the angels protect you, and heaven accept you.
Oh,
that's a great toast. Cheers.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers. Oh, my goodness. This
table topic question: which experience could you write a book about?
Oh my gosh.
How do I pick one?
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I could just go so many directions with that.
These can get really deep. Like you'd need, like that question might be a little too personal for some people
some
too.
Of these, I'm noticing a person. Maybe you have some less personal ones in yours.
Maybe parenting. That might be a good one. Ooh. I mean, it would be endless.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. It would continue on forever.
Yes, it really would.
Yes. There'd be a sequel and a triquel or whatever you call it.
Oh God. Okay, here. I've got one that maybe I think would not be so deep. So we've got, if you could break your craving for one thing, what would it be?
Oh.
Okay. I got this. I have to stop eating so many French fries.
I knew it was going to be potatoes.
Yeah, me too. I ordered way too many French fries last week when I was in Arizona. Every meal. And I have to say also chocolate.
That's a good answer.
That's my weakness.
I noticed none of us said break our cravings because we don't crave alcohol. We just look forward to it very much.
Yes. And that would be an insult.
I actually have a cocktail-oriented question. Which cocktail did you try to enjoy but never could fully appreciate?
Gin and tonic.
That's a good answer. I could see that. Yeah.
It kind of comes back to your cookbook that you were talking about, how the witchy one, where I was talking about the energies that certain alcohols give.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed when I have tried gin in the past, it makes me not very friendly.
Really? Oh, wow.
It's kind of a mean spirit for me, so I stay away from it.
That's interesting.
Right?
So
yeah.
I want to welcome our friends that are joining us on Facebook.
Hello.
They're watching via Cookbook Divas and Woodinville Wine Blog. We are chatting.
Hey,
TGIF Cocktail Hour. We are playing a cocktail trivia game and conversation starters. And Katie just asked, what cocktail have I struggled to enjoy? And I want to. For me, it's a Negroni.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the classic 1920s cocktails. And I've tried ordering it, and it just tastes like crap. It's just too smoky and too nasty tasting. Like, why did I just put dirt and wood in my mouth? Why would you drink that when you can have a delicious, refreshing lemon drop?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a lemon drop. So mine, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head right now, but it's the whiskey drink with typically the orange peel and the sugar and what's it called?
That's the old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Jen's my favorite cocktail.
I can't.
One of mine too.
I like Manhattans because they're not sweet, sweet, but I feel like old-fashioned is just they're just too sweet for me. So that's my drink for that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I like to make them with rye, with Woodinville Whiskey's rye. And I usually use like half the amount of simple syrup.
That's a good idea. I should try that. Yeah, I do like the citrus aspect of it, but the sweetness, usually every time I order it, it's like, oh man, this is too much. Yeah, it's a hangover waiting to happen.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Let's see if I have. Wait a minute. Okay, so what's your favorite hottie toddy?
Oh,
hot toddy. What's your favorite hot toddy? Sorry.
I like hot buttered rum.
Yeah, it's good.
But you know, when I make it, I'm always appalled because it takes so much butter. But they're super delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Have someone else make it for you.
Pretend it's not buttery. Oh,
yeah,
God, it's so
not
good.
like, bad for you.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you have one, Carrie?
I just like the classic with lemon and honey and whiskey. And sometimes back when I used to get colds, which I haven't done since the pandemic because I was masked and staying home.
Yeah.
I would make sure I always had lemons in the house. And then you have to have that nightly decision. Do I have 2 hot toddies with lemon and whiskey and honey for my throat? Or do you have NyQuil? Because you can't do both.
Oh, right.
You can't mix alcohol and NyQuil. So that was a hard decision. And I often just went with the hot toddy because it put me to sleep and it made me feel warm and it kind of felt like it helped with congestion. But if I was really, really sick, forego the alcohol, have the NyQuil, go night-night. But NyQuil gives me crazy dreams.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I get crazy dreams too.
I can't stand the taste of it, so I never, ever drink it.
I feel like if you're sick, like super sick and so congested and you can't taste or smell anything, that's usually when I take NyQuil because it is awful. It's so bad. Anyway, Carrie, why don't you ask a question or
in honor of Women's History Month, I thought we'd do a couple from the Inspiring Women Table Topics deck. It's meant for dinner parties and passing around the table and thoughtful conversation. So some of these questions are pretty personal. I pulled a card. The first one I pulled is a fact on one side and a question on the other. The person that they're chatting about on this card is Condoleezza Rice, the first African-American woman to be the U.S. Secretary of State. And that was actually recently a Jeopardy question, and my boyfriend got it wrong.
Oh.
And he's older than me, so he should remember this. And a quote from Condoleezza Rice is, "My father was a feminist from the day I was born. There was nothing his little girl couldn't do." Oh,
I love that.
That's cute.
On the back, it asks us a question. What do you most admire about your parents? Now, Katie's parent is my favorite cousin.
Oh, so sweet.
You would be my favorite cousin, but I knew your mother first.
My mom, well, both of my parents would easily give their shirt, or like what's the phrase? They would just give everything to anybody. They're so generous and giving, and that is something that I definitely admire about my parents for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I admire that my parents kicked our butts and made us do a lot of charity when we were little spoiled brats.
Yeah.
I think we grew up to really realize that there's a lot of poor people out there, and we do more charity than we would have done if they'd kept us so busy with weekend activities running here and there that we couldn't think about other people. So I admired that they made us do that, even though at the time I was like, I just want to play.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really important and not easy to convince teenagers to donate time for charity. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I would say my parents were, my dad was military, so he was super strict, and they were both business owners, like self-made business success stories. So I admire that. And they instilled a really good work ethic in us, which probably drives my kids crazy. They're constantly on their back about, don't be lazy too.
I noticed that you're strict with your kids too, which is awesome because they're good girls.
Yeah, they are good girls. They don't really give me any trouble, but
they don't dare to.
No, they're probably too scared.
So shall we switch back to the cocktail table topics? Katie,
sure.
Do you want to pull one? And then let's look through another cocktail book. Maybe I'll grab one of mine.
Yeah, sure. And if any audience member has any answers to any of these questions, go ahead and share your experiences.
We would love to hear from you in the chat for sure.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Speaking of parents, what's the funniest advice your mother gave you?
Ooh, that's tough.
Funniest. I don't know if my mother was all that funny. I got that from my dad.
Well, we could do dads too, if you want.
Man, that's a tough one.
I can't think of any. Sorry.
Me neither.
Those of you just joining us, happy Friday. It's cocktail hour. We'd love to hear what cocktail you're drinking. Katie is having a beautiful tequila sunrise. I'm having a Manhattan. Jen is having a vodka soda.
With a splash of, more than a splash of cranberry.
Oh, yes. Beautiful color.
Yeah, definitely.
And I put filthy black cherries that I bought on Amazon. They're in our carousel for those of you joining us on the Amazon shopping channel. They're very good, and there's an entire brand of filthy olives, filthy etc. I don't personally like dirty martinis. I'll drink one if someone puts one in front of me. Well, if it's someone I know.
Really? I love them. I like extra dirty martinis. They're so good.
What makes, I'm naive. Okay, so what makes it extra dirty? Like more olive juice or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
I was going to say your intentions for what you're going to do after you drink it.
Carrie.
I wasn't going to go there, but you could say that too.
But there we go. Okay, since we don't have funny mothers, my mom was inappropriate with her advice, so I'm not going to share what she said.
But that's why I love her.
Which everyday things make you smile?
Oh, goodness. Go ahead, Carrie.
One of my dogs, Victor, is so excited in the morning. He's a morning person. He's not an evening person. He gets grumpy at night. But every morning, my boyfriend gets up earlier and feeds the dogs and lets them back in. And they have this ritual of they run over to the bed and lick my hand.
Oh.
And kiss, kiss, kiss. And I'm like, but I'm not the person that just got up and let you out and fed you. The boyfriend is, but they just want to see mommy.
Oh, that's cute.
So it makes me smile. But on the other hand, I might have been asleep. And I'm like, I wanted to sleep in.
Right.
But they're precious. I love them.
Yeah,
what about you,
would
Jen?
say one of mine would be definitely I mean, our cat is a crazy character. So she always is cracking us up daily. She does all kinds of funny things. And her little kitty rituals are hysterical. Like when it's time to feed her, she does laps around the kitchen island. And then she also, if we're not paying attention to her, stands up on her hind legs and reaches her paws up to the cabinet handle and walks backwards and opens cabinet doors.
Oh my God, that's cute.
It's pretty funny.
That's really cute. It's funny that we all have animal ones because my cat Bubba, it makes me happy every day because he also has those kitty morning rituals. He waits until he's very nice. He waits until my alarm goes off, and then he will crawl up into my chest. And he refuses to let me look at my phone or anything. He's just like all up in my face.
Like, feed me.
He's like, excuse me, hello. It's cute.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I love that we've got animal ones. Did you want to ask a question, Carrie?
I found an interesting piece of trivia I wanted to share.
Yeah.
A healthy reason to shake, not stir a martini.
Oh, let's hear
and
that.
I just shook my Manhattan because I didn't want to water it down by putting ice in it. But a martini, if you shake a gin martini, it breaks down hydrogen peroxide better, leaving only 0.072% peroxide behind, compared to 0.0157% in a stirred martini. So someone did the math on this. Some scientist played with this.
Wow.
So I see why James Bond wanted it shaken, not stirred.
Not stirred.
Because why would you want hydrogen peroxide in your drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I thought I would take a tour of a cocktail book. Excuse me, a cocktail book that's really fun. Geez, I have 2 sips of my drink and I'm hiccuping already. Okay. I wanted to give a tour of Let's Get Physical. This is a super gorgeous cocktail book. There it is. Right now on Amazon, it's only $7.99, which is frustrating because I paid more for that. I'll put myself. Oh, hi, Katie. You're the lead here. I'm trying to put myself front and center. No, never mind. I'm making everyone dizzy. Okay. This is 50 bubbly cocktail recipes with Prosecco, champagne, and sparkling wines by Pippa Guy. And it has a nice citron opening. It has a beginner's guide to bubbly, get the party started, Bellinis, mimosas, and spritzes. Perfect for brunch. Classic cocktails and twists, and something special. It's by DK Books. Here's the pretty author. I really have to put myself in the center so you can see this cookbook. Sorry. Yeah. Solo layout. Bye, ladies.
Yeah,
You'll be back.
Goodbye.
Beginner's Guide to Bubbly. Now you can scratch your face because no one can see you for a minute. So I like the illustrations that they included. Here's kava. They tell you where it's from, the method it's made. This one's traditional. They tell you a little bit about kava. They have a flavor profile. Then they have the lowdown on the grapes. Typical grapes for kava are Macabeo, Parellada, and Zerolo. Never heard of those grapes. Standard styles of aging. Reserve is 15 months of aging. Some of the popular brands. So you can learn a lot about California sparkling, English sparkling. We, of course, as Jen knows, have sparkling wine here in Washington. And why can't we call it champagne? Because it's not made from the Champagne region of France. Yeah. Get the party started. They teach you about the basics, etc. And they're teaching us about the best wine glasses. And I do drink my champagne or sparkling wine out of a coupe glass instead of a flute. There's reasons for it. How to make your syrups and purees. But I want to get to the beautiful drink pictures. Bellini.
I love
Look how they show you the ratio that's supposed to go into your drink. Bellini reinvented, such as a blueberry Bellini or an apple Bellini. Wow. Now we're on an Aperol Spritz.
Yum. I love those. I wanted to make one of those today, but because we were sharing a car and I'm streaming from the office, it wasn't possible.
And they're super popular right now in Woodinville, where we live. Everyone's making Aperol Spritzes. This is an Italicus Spritz.
Oh.
And I love that they show the Prosecco, the ice, and it just makes it so easy to make it. Okay, mimosa. These are pretty boring because we all know how to make those. But do you know how to make a Campari Spritz?
Oh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good. I have Campari in the house.
I do too.
A French 75 reinvented.
Oh, that sounds good.
French 75s are helping me learn to like gin better. This is
me
a
too.
rose 75 with rose petals that you can top and garnish with it. This is a porn star martini, which I better not talk about on Amazon Live. And
Those are good, though.
That are joining us on Amazon Live, please drop us a note in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. This is a Negroni, my least favorite cocktail. So someone else could enjoy it. I can't recommend it. A Prosecco Mojito.
That sounds good.
That does sound good.
All of our sparkling wines. The traditional Kir Royale that started the whole craze for putting wine and liqueur together.
Oh.
And this is called an airmail. And look at all those ingredients that they're layering.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's all layered.
Yeah. Honey, orange juice, lime juice, rum on the bottom. Lots of rum, by the way. And then champagne on the top.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Pretty. There's some, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to skip to something. Okay, an Orgat Fizz. I don't keep Orgat in the house because I don't use it enough. A Slow Gin Fizz Reinvented. That's so cute in a mason jar.
Mm-hmm.
This is called Death in the Afternoon Reinvented, and I'm trying to figure out how they got that grayish blue color.
Pretty color.
Is it
cream?
It's
champagne, 3 slices of cucumber. Oh, no, this is The Sun Also Rises. Sorry. That's a sugar cube, champagne, violet liqueur. That's how they got that color. And then they garnished it with candied violets.
Oh.
And I was telling Katie that there are violets in my front yard in the spring. We should pick some and sugar them. And the last drink I'll show you from this cookbook, Let's Get Physical, is the pink tequila fizz.
Oh, that sounds so good. Tequila is my favorite.
Jen, we have to go to the new restaurant in Woodinville called Pablo y Pablo and get some tequila for you.
Oh, I'm so excited to go there. I can't wait.
Tequila is my favorite too.
Is it really?
Yeah. I did not know we have that in common. That's awesome.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yes, it will be.
This card has some trivia that says cocktails that are considered hangover cures are Bloody Mary, Screwdriver, and the aptly named Corpse Reviver.
Oh, I've never had one of those.
Yeah, what's in that?
A Corpse Reviver? We'd have to Google it. It's a lot of stuff.
Oh.
And the question on the back is kind of another deep one. What did you learn last year? Oh, boy.
Oh, man. What didn't I learn last year? I would say, how to be flexible and patient.
That's a good one. That's a really
good advice. Good advice.
Self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one. Your time is actually valuable.
Yes.
And energy.
Yes. The importance of self-care, I think, is another one I'm trying to prioritize. It's so hard to do. We're always putting everyone else first, but we have to take care of ourselves too.
Yeah.
Hence our afternoon cocktail. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
I learned that I have to carve out time to read books because I enjoy doing it, but because I read them for work, I need to carve out different time.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but in the morning, I'm going to try to have a new ritual of before I jump on the computer and start reading email or reading news, just don't have any devices other than the Kindle I'm reading a book on and just read for half an hour while I'm drinking my tea.
Oh, that's good.
Constanza Welshin started following us. Thank you so much on Cookbook Divas. Yeah, wonderful.
I hope you'll drop us a note in the comments and let us know what you're enjoying today and if you're doing anything for dinner. Katie is cooking.
Yes.
Jen is ordering in Indian food. And I haven't commented. I am so excited to have alone time tonight.
Ooh.
Oh.
My boyfriend is at his parents' tonight.
Oh.
So I might order in too. And now that you're talking about Indian food, that might be what I do. But I hate to use an Uber Eats for just one person's worth of food.
Oh, yeah.
That's
it's a long way for him to go just for me. And so if I did that, I would order lots of food so I could have leftovers tomorrow. But my boyfriend can't stand the smell of curry, so I don't want to have curry leftovers in the house, just to be nice.
No. Oh, you're way too considerate. I would just be like, deal with it. Go outside.
I would be like that.
Sorry.
My husband doesn't like kimchi, so I do that all the time too.
I love
I know. I love kimchi too. He can't get behind it. Yeah.
I might have my second pasta of the week because Bob only wants to eat pasta once a week and I want to eat it every night.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll make just some delicious pasta.
That sounds good too.
I had a question in mind that was actually pretty good. I think it was like, what cocktail do you usually have when you're trying to celebrate?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Because it's celebrating different than like going out to dinner. I'm going to have a cocktail in the restaurant bar while I wait, but that's not celebrating. That's like every day.
Yeah, let's see. I think I usually open a bubbly if we're celebrating something instead of a cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
But but maybe I need to try one of those fizzy cocktails and be a little more interesting.
I would say that if I'm having a bonfire party outdoors, which I have been often because of pandemic, something about a hot toddy made with some delicious bourbon or whiskey out by the fire just is so comforting and festive because your friends are there and you're smelling the smoke and it's just like, yay.
That sounds really nice. I like that idea. I usually have margaritas. That's just my go-to. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Simple stuff.
Is it time? Should I look through this 3-ingredient cocktail book if I can find it in our Amazon carousel? We like to give people that are shopping on Amazon a brief look through a book so that you know what it looks like. Are the pictures good? Is it worth your money? Is it worth your time? Is it worth the room on your bookshelf, which is the problem I'm running into. I have too many books because they're so awesome. This is 3-ingredient cocktails by Kate Calder. It's 60 drinks that you can make in just minutes with just 3 ingredients. When it comes to making classic cocktails, any bartender will tell you that the secret is simplicity. Let's check it out. Hardy Grant is the publisher. They're one of our favorite cookbook and cocktail book publishers. The chapters are organized by liquor: vodka, gin, rum, tequila, whiskey, and sparkling. Thank you for helping me with the canopy.
You're welcome. Yes.
And those of you that are joining us on Amazon Live and on Facebook, on our other social media, we'd love to hear from you today. It's happy hour. So this book has both illustrations and gorgeous photography.
Whoa, that was really cool.
They always seem to want to have a glass glossary, but we all already know that info, so I'm going to skip that. Cocktail kit. We all own that already. The vodka chapter. I love the cute illustrations they have. The most versatile of spirits, vodka complements an incredible array of flavors from tomato juice to espresso. In the following recipes, writes Kate Calder, I've tried to cover the whole taste spectrum. There's not much you can't do with this beautiful, crystal clear spirit, which is why Jen is drinking some right now.
Yes.
The first cocktail of the book is called a Hail Mary.
Wow. What's in it?
It's a savory cocktail. She's Canadian, so her favorite version is called a Hail Caesar, which uses clam and tomato juice. For the Hail Mary, she's left out the original drink's call for hot sauce and horseradish and instead used a spicy tomato juice because she's only doing this with 3 ingredients.
Oh, that makes sense.
Vodka, Worcestershire, how do you say that?
Worcestershire.
Thank you. It's hard to say after I've had one cocktail. And spicy tomato juice. So the one thing I don't like about this cookbook is there's not a photo for every cocktail because this page says Ruby, Slipper, and Viper, but you can tell what this picture is. They should have just put it under there.
Yeah.
But the Ruby Slipper has a little arrow pointing at the page.
Cool. Okay.
So that's kind of annoying. Just put a picture of it. So this page says White Russian.
Yum. Those are
I'm going to give you a recipe for an apple pie and a Moscow Mule cocktail, but there's no pictures of them.
Oh.
Espresso martini.
Those are tasty too.
Oh, those are so good.
With just 3 ingredients. A sakitini. Oh, a citrus punch. I love making, not because I'm greedy or going to drink the whole thing by myself, but I like making larger pitchers because when your friends come over, I set it outside in the buffet and people can help themselves and I don't have to make drinks for 15 people all by myself. This is a bit of a cookbook because they do include some snack recipes too.
Oh, I love
that. And they said, most vodka is made in cold Slavic nations, and for that reason it's often paired with those countries' pickled, smoked, and cured foods. But I'd argue that because vodka is very versatile, the same holds true when matching food with it. It does work perfectly with savory, acidic dishes like pickles, But she says it works equally well with decadent, rich chocolate desserts.
Oh, wow.
So here's some pickled cucumbers.
Yum.
Chocolate and salt cookies paired with vodka drinks.
Oh, okay. That's a cool idea.
Slow cooked cherry tomatoes, bacon and garlic mayo in lettuce cups, but no photo. Kind of disappointing. That's a beautiful tomato illustration, but what is this food supposed to look like?
Yeah.
Gin chapter. This is called an ice and spicy.
What makes it spicy?
It is cinnamon syrup.
Oh.
Hello,
Alex is back.
Alex
Hello.
is back. Alex, we're looking through a cocktail book. Alex is watching us on YouTube, and we have some viewers also over on Amazon Live. Here's a gimlet, which I need to order at bars more often. It's very tasty, and it's just gin, lime juice, and simple sugar syrup.
Yeah.
Very refreshing. This is called the antioxidant. It's gin, pomegranate juice, and tonic. Pink Lady.
Ooh,
that's beautiful.
That is really pretty.
So, Alex, you're in Belarus. What kind of cocktails are you going to be drinking today? If you don't mind us asking. He'll answer in a minute. This is called a slow buck. That's so pretty. It's slow gin, orange juice, and a scant half cup of sparkling wine to give it a little foam on top. I'm going to get out of the gin chapter because we can't show you the whole book, and I don't want to look at a Negroni because I don't like those. Gin snacks include sweet potato bites with chorizo, spring onion, and spicy mayo.
Oh, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's like the earthy, sweet contrast.
Who's ready for rum? Originating in the West Indies in the 17th century.
You know,
here's a Cuba Libre.
Ooh, those are good. I rarely reach for rum. I think it's the sugar content. It gives me kind of a hangover, or maybe
it does. Yeah.
Is it not just me? Okay.
No,
it's hangover happening for sure. Alex says that there's one cocktail he knows, and it's also from Belarus, which is called Krambambula. He's never tried it though.
Ooh.
Oh,
you're not an alcoholic like your dad. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Good. Yeah.
That's good.
So this is a coconut daiquiri. I don't care for coconut. I feel like coconut is polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. Oh, here's bee's knees.
Oh, cute.
Ooh,
I love that.
Drink.
Rum and
mango.
Constanza is making a gin and tonic, which is perfect for the warm weather in Argentina. So Constanza is from Argentina.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I'm jealous of your warm weather, Costanza.
Oh, yes, me too.
This is a blue Hawaiian, and again, you need to have blue curacao, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Let's check out the rum snacks. They recommend pairing rum with corn and prawn salsa.
Oh, yum.
Yum.
Mm-hmm. How about, you guys are going to get hungry now. You're going to hate me for showing you this picture. Sticky honey garlic sesame drumsticks.
Oh.
That sounds really good. I'm kind of getting hungry.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, Tequila Chapter ladies. Let's put the ladies on screen so you can see them smiling and going.
I'm here like cheering on like tequila.
What
tequila?
Type
The go-go juice of the cocktail world.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Here's an Old Smoky.
Ooh, is it with what type of tequila?
It's with mezcal and tequila.
Oh, really?
Oh,
and pink grapefruit juice.
Oh, that sounds good. I like mezcal.
Alex says Krambambula is made with a combination of red wine, with different types of liquors such as rum, vodka, or gin.
Whoa.
That's a recipe for a hangover too. Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like a Long Island iced tea, but with wine.
Here's Katie's drink with 3 ingredients: tequila sunrise.
Yes.
Yeah.
So grenadine, orange juice, and reposado tequila specifically.
That's my favorite kind of tequila.
Yum.
Here's an El Diablo. No one knows the origin of this mysterious cocktail. Oh, and here's something called a Tequila, which I'm sure I also wouldn't like because it's smoky.
What's in
it?
A
tequila version of a Negroni.
Oh, I see.
Probably mezcal, I would guess.
Yeah.
It's silver tequila, Aperol, and sweet vermouth. So maybe I would like it.
So
it says Tequila is less bitter, smoother going down, and maybe more palatable to people who find Negronis too strong. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, hey, there we go.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip ahead to the tequila snacks. Cornbread topped with pickled red onion, avocado, and pomegranate seeds. Ooh.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Nice.
Wow, the pomegranate seeds is a good touch. I like that.
Whiskey chapter. Now Jen and I are going to be smiling too.
My second favorite.
There are 3 types of whiskey and 2 spellings. Whiskey with an E is from Ireland and the United States, and whiskey without an E is from Scotland, Canada, or Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And whiskey cannot be called Scotch unless it's produced and bottled in my homeland of Scotland, my ancestral homeland. I've only been there once. Here's Katie's drink that she doesn't like, the old-fashioned.
So good.
I am going to try it your way, though, Jen. Half the sugar.
Yeah, I'll have to make you one sometime. I think
that sounds awesome.
We can turn you.
Yeah,
do you like whiskey sours, Katie?
I haven't tried a whiskey sour, but I do like Manhattans. Whiskey's fine, usually.
This one's called a drunk uncle.
That's scary.
It's whiskey, Amaro or Campari, and Vermouth Blanco, the white one.
Oh, never had that.
This is the original Ricky cocktail, named after a 19th century American politician who had a penchant for cocktails but didn't like sugar, Katie.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah,
and the snack that they're pairing with whiskey is a baked camembert with hazelnuts, rosemary, and garlic.
Yum.
Wow, savory.
Rome Wilkerson. Oh, sorry, Carrie, but Rome Wilkerson is saying hello on Cookbook Divas from Amazon Live.
Rome, thanks so much for stopping in, Rome. I'm so glad that you came by. You're always so nice to pop into our chat and say hi. I really appreciate that. So our final chapter in 3-ingredient cocktails is sparkling drinks.
Oh.
Champagne, Prosecco, and Cava are all drunk neat and unaltered traditionally. Or if you're having Christmas with the in-laws, maybe as a Bucks Fizz. But here are 10 recipes that demonstrate how versatile and delicious sparkling wine cocktails are. Champagne, cocktail with a sugar cube and brandy and Angostura bitters.
Ooh,
interesting.
An Aperol Spritz, which we're familiar with. This is called a bombshell.
It looks beautiful.
Hey, look, there's 3 of them, one for each of us ladies.
Yes.
Rome, are you having cocktails tonight? I want to hear from you. Are you a cocktail drinker? Because I think Rome's on the East Coast, so it's definitely happy hour where you're at.
Definitely.
Here's a geeky drink. It's called the Green Goblin.
Oh my God.
Is it named for why? Oh, it doesn't say. The recipe is lime juice, chartreuse, which is made by monks, and only 3 monks know the recipe?
What?
And champagne on the top.
That is interesting.
I had no idea.
And this is called a Ritz Fizz, made by the Ritz-Carlton Hotel invented this. So maybe I should ask for one when I'm at a Ritz this weekend.
Yeah,
what color is that?
Yeah, let me go look and see why it was that color. Whoops! I lost the page. Let me go find it. That is amaretto liqueur, which is almondy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's blue curacao. Then I'm not going to order that at the Ritz.
Yeah, because it looks a little blue here.
So we just had some friends join us over on YouTube and Facebook. We are enjoying happy hour and chatting. We'd love to hear from you. And we're going to do a little bit more cocktail trivia. I hope you will answer in the comments. And we're going to look through a couple more cocktail books really quickly before we take off. We have about 10 minutes left to entertain you.
We're here for your entertainment. Woohoo!
Katie, did you have any questions you wanted to pull at us?
Here, yeah, let me definitely do that.
We're using this table topics questions to start great conversations deck. I just got it in the mail yesterday, and I gave half of it to Katie.
Oh, okay. So this is a really interesting question. Do you obey rules you consider unfair or ridiculous? And everybody should answer these, not just us.
No.
I knew. Pause. Oh my goodness.
I guess I do. Like the street leading up to my house is a mile-long road that's super straight, and the speed limit, dang it, is 25 miles an hour. So I used to go, that's unfair, and I would speed until the night someone hit my cat because they were doing 45.
Oh.
And then I realized it's not an unfair rule. It's important.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I try to follow the rules. But one of the rules is only put one of these filthy black cherries in your cocktail, and I put 2, and I'm sitting here eating them out of the jar, and I probably shouldn't be putting my fingers into the jar that I'm going to be eating out of in a week or 2. But I did.
That's okay. I was going to say, I tend to be a rule follower too, unless it's something that, isn't going to hurt anybody.
Yes, I agree with that for sure. Let's see. Okay, if you had an unexpected day off, what would you do?
Oh, wow. I would go for a really long hike.
Me too. I would do that too.
I would not go on a hike.
That's another thing we have in common. We have to go on a hike.
I would light the fireplace and read a book all day long with all my electronics turned off if I could. Alex has a comment for us. There's a popular drink from Russia called kvass. Did I say that right, Alex? It's made from buckwheat, wheat, rye bread, and water, and you can put alcohol in if you want. Do you serve it cold or warm? It sounds like a warm drink, I think.
Yeah, it could be.
We'll see what Alex has to say about that.
Rye bread. Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
I would die if I had that drink, because I have celiac, so that just wouldn't.
You would not be drinking that.
No,
that's all kinds of inflammation.
Right? Yeah.
For you.
Since we are a shopping channel, I wanted to take a second for a little commercial and let people know you can get the premium Indian tonic water from Fever Tree. It usually comes in those glass bottles and they're really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You can get it in a 10-pack now.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's so nice.
And they're little tinier cans because I don't want a bunch of tonic to water down my vodka, to be honest. I really don't.
Yes.
So it's smaller, and this is 1 serving per container, calories 50.
Oh.
And sodium, 0%. Total carbs, it is 13 grams of carbs, so it's 5% of your daily carbs. That's
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're drinking a vodka tonic,
Yeah. That's why I opt for sodas, vodka sodas.
Instead of tonic,
Yeah.
Because of sugar.
Alex says that the wheat drink kvass, which I hope I said right, tastes best if it's cold.
That makes sense.
Huh.
Yeah. Cool.
So I wanted to look through, are there any Bridgerton fans here? I'm going to find this in my little carousel on Amazon because this is shopping day. This is the Regency book of drinks, Quaffs, Quips, Tipples, and Tales from Grosvenor Square by Lady Thornwood. It's a Bridgerton Netflix TV show fan book, but you also get lots of value out of it, even if you haven't watched the show. It's totally adorable. It's pink. It's pretty. This would be a great gift book. It's a loving homage to the era celebrated by the hit series Bridgerton and the cocktails that shaped its high society. Perfect for fans who can't get enough of the Regency, this in-world guide contains more than 75 cocktail recipes shaped by that period and served alongside a heaping dose of high society gossip. Woo!
That's so funny.
Let's check it out. They did a good job of hauling this cookbook out quickly after the show got popular. It's by Abrams Image in New York. The quote says, "I dedicate this book and any triumphs or mischief that it may inspire to a certain terrifying dowager, my dear friend, confidant, and loyal protector." Signed, Lady Thornwood. So table of contents are setting up the Regency bar because they drank different cocktails and liquors back then than we do now. The evening soiree, social graces, delicate daytime drinks, for members only, and finally, private assignations, tipples for 2. So the prologue is teaching us about the history of London in the second decade of the 19th century, i.e. 1820s. Beautiful illustrations, setting up the Regency bar. Cute. I just love the artists who did all this work.
Fun.
And they're teaching us about Irish whiskey is what they drank back then. They drank scotch, brandy, fortified wines, lots of port. Jen loves port.
I do too.
Liqueurs, rum, bourbon, rye whiskey. And I'm just going to keep... Okay, they're teaching us about the glass shapes that they used back then. The rocks glass, the balloon, the highball glass. The punch cup was very popular.
Interesting.
Now we're in the second chapter. The evening soiree, sparkling sips for glittery gatherings.
Cute.
I love their costumes.
Yeah.
So here's a drink called Youre, and they actually made up a lot of these drinks for the book. There was no old drink called Youre. This one's called Trading Up. One's value on the marriage mart might fluctuate wildly, they wrote. Gather 2 mamas in a corner with a titillating tipple. This one's called the Sparkling Diadem, but you can actually make the drink. The ingredients are cognac, pear liqueur, which I don't keep in the house, do you?
No.
Lemon, and ice-cold champagne.
Ooh.
These are called Domestic Bliss and Unrequited Affection.
Cute.
Family Jewels, no comment. Let's get to the next chapter because we don't have all day. This one's named after me, the Scribbling Woman. I have the worst handwriting ever, and I'm a writer.
I disagree. I don't think you have the worst writing ever.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alex jumped in and said kvass was made 1,000 years ago somewhere in Russia, which is crazy. I know. Wow.
Wow.
Social Graces, mastering the art of the punch bowl. Here's a genteel curtsy drink made with lemon juice, cherry liqueur, cognac, a handful of raspberries, and bottles of rosé wine.
Oh, that sounds good.
This one's called the Accomplished Swoon.
That's adorable.
This one is named after me, Incorrigible Gossip.
I love it.
Dear Mama, here's the country seat. I'm just skipping ahead because you kind of get the general drift of what this cookbook is about. Or cocktail book, excuse me. Oh, this one's called The Kindred Spirit. That made me think of Anne of Green Gables, but it's not related. For members only, spirited drinks from the club. Oxford School Chum, Continental Tour, one called Bloodsport, one called Second Son. Menace to Society. That one's named after my old cat, Tyler. No, I'm just kidding.
He's so cute.
And the Tipple for Two, Private Libations. This one's called Burning Questions. That actually looks like my hot toddy. It's black tea, something called Genever or Genever. I don't know what that alcohol is. Somebody in the comments, please let me know. Fresh raspberry syrup, cinnamon syrup. And that's pretty much the Regency Book of Drinks.
Cool. That's awesome.
I thought I might quickly, before we go over the last cocktail book and any final comments from people, I would look through, because it is Women's History Month, I want to explore a little bit more of the Inspiring Women Table Topics deck. If you're still doing some virtual gatherings online, maybe with your Facebook group or your wine club members, you might want to grab some of these Table Topics decks because it's really, really interesting. Ooh. Wow. What meal do you make when you want to celebrate?
Oh. We usually grill. Like we'll grill salmon or steaks and veggies.
That sounds really good.
Simple but tasty.
Yeah. We usually end up doing some kind of Thai dish. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Like some sort of curry of some kind. But yeah, we usually make, or we'll go out.
Yeah.
To celebrate. Yeah, that's always the thing. Like celebration, go out.
Yeah,
you don't have to cook.
This is the same cocktail I had when we started this an hour ago. I've been sipping very gently.
That's good. Me too.
Yeah.
The meal that I make when I want to celebrate, and I might actually do that tonight because I have alone time. I'm a lifelong vegetarian, and there's this product by Loma Linda Canned Foods, which is a vegetarian company that makes things from gluten, so Katie can't have any. There's a product called, and I'm going to enunciate this carefully, Tender Bits. And they're these little gluten nuggets that do not taste like meat, and they have this rubbery texture that people that have not been vegetarians their whole life cannot handle. And you basically dip them in eggs and then flour, or maybe flour first and then eggs, and then you put them in panko or Italian breadcrumbs and you fry them. Then you dip them in ranch dressing. But you can only have about a third of a can or you're going to get GERD.
Oh.
Wow.
They're so good.
I've seen those because I think you gifted some to Natalie when she became a vegetarian. I don't think she knew how to prepare them right, though. We'll have to try again. I think
I'll get her another can and I'll put instructions on it this time.
I think she just like warmed it up and served it with rice.
That works too, actually, but it would need a lot of flavor spices on top of it. Yeah. And the inspiring woman quote from the backside of this, "What meal do you make when you want to celebrate?" is Julia Child. Her quote says, "A party without cake is just a meeting."
That is so true.
That's funny.
I miss her. That's wonderful. I love it.
Who's going to be watching the Julia Child series? Let me Google it right now and find out when it's premiering.
Oh my
and
God.
Is it Netflix or is it PBS?
I did not realize there. So I know that they were playing some old Julia Child videos, cooking videos on Amazon. And I remember I had the flu for about a week and I watched Julia Child all week. She is so amazing. She made me feel better. I love her.
It's actually going to be on HBO Max and it's going to premiere on March 31. We are going to have lots of viewing parties on Cookbook Divas on our social media. We're going to watch the show together and talk about it. We're going to talk about Julia Child's life. And I keep attempting to throw a Julia Child online free class about her life. I keep getting delayed because I want it to be so awesome. So bear with me. You'll see that on our social media if I manage to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
For those of you just joining us on Facebook and on Amazon Live, I wanted to refresh your memories on what our carousel, because this is a shopping show. This is the Bitter Housewife Bitters, made by a woman-owned company in Portland, Oregon. Amazon is currently sold out of many of their different flavors. I have orange bitters. My favorite, you can tell because I've used it down, is old-fashioned aromatic bitters. If you're doing a tequila drink, you might want to use grapefruit bitters.
Yum.
And they also make cardamom bitters, which is not my favorite, which is why I have so much of it left. So you can find more info on how to use these at thebitterhousewife.com. Love the name of the company.
Yeah.
And I had one more quick little cocktail book I wanted to show you before we leave for the day.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I forgot to get my other trivia cards out. That's fine. It is the Downton Abbey Book of Cocktails. Yay!
Yay!
I'm a huge Downton Abbey fan. Right now, it is $24 on Amazon. The cover is gilt and also kind of flocked, like it's really soft.
Nice.
Julian Fellows wrote the foreword. And I've been rewatching. I had surgery in October, and I spent a couple weeks in bed, and I rewatched the whole Downton Abbey series. And it was great because I could fast forward the boring parts because I'd already seen it. Here's the Downton Abbey cocktail book. It's really a high-quality cocktail book. The pages are glossy and gilded. Weldon Owen is the publisher. They publish a lot of fan-oriented cookbooks and cocktail books. They're really fun to check out. They show you lots of pictures of our favorite characters, including, excuse me, table of contents. Here's everyone's favorite butler. Oh, Mosley. He's so funny. So the table of contents is the library, which is a chapter about stirred drinks and after dinner drinks. Then we visit the grounds for refreshing drinks. Then the Great Hall for party drinks. The drawing room for pre-dinner drinks and hangover helpers. The village for everyday drinks. So let's get to the drink pictures. But look at these costumes. I wish I could dress like that.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
You can.
We're in the library. The Old Pal is the first cocktail of the book. And look at this stunning photography.
I love it.
Mouth-watering.
What kind of cocktail is it? What's in it?
It's a rye whiskey or Canadian whiskey, dry vermouth, Campari, which is where that beautiful orange color comes from, and an orange twist. So it says that in the early 1910s, a Scottish barman named Harry McElhone was hired by the American-born owner of the New York bar in Paris to run the operation. He bought the place, renamed it Harry's New York Bar, and created this drink. This is called the Cheerful Charlie's. And it is rye whiskey, cognac, dry vermouth, orange liqueur, and Campari. I didn't realize Campari was that old. Ooh, this one's called the Hanky Panky.
What's in that?
That is gin, sweet vermouth, and something called Fernet Branca. Those of you that just joined us on YouTube, we are looking through the Downton Abbey cocktail book. And we'd like to wish you cheers, happy Friday, TGIF, and happy hour. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. This drink, which they don't have a picture of, is called the Bosom Caresser.
That's hysterical.
It's made with brandy, light cream, curacao, or an orange liqueur, raspberry syrup, and egg yolk, and 2 orange twists for garnish.
Oh, wow.
Garnish. This white drink is a London cocktail. Looks very elegant.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip ahead to some of the other chapters.
What type of glass is that was in the London cocktail? Do you know?
Don't know. But look at this glass. What?
Oh, no.
That's a Baltimore eggnog?
Whoa, yum.
I'm not an eggnog fan, but that looks pretty good. Here's some pictures from the show, again, of their costumes. Now we're in the grounds, refreshing drinks. A sidecar. I used to order those at bars and I forgot about it.
I did too.
It has sugar, a lemon wedge, brandy, orange liqueur, and fresh lemon juice. The Suffragette, of course, is named after the dearly departed, spoiler alert, Lady Sybil dies. The Abbey, named after Downton Abbey.
Beautiful.
This recipe actually comes from the Savoy cocktail book. And Katie, I went to the Savoy in London one time. We were going to a play, and your cousin Mark, my uncle Mark, got in trouble for not wearing a tie and a jacket, and he had to borrow one from the waiter.
Oh my!
I am surprised.
And he was really annoyed about it, but there's a dress code. It's the Savoy, for heaven's sake.
I'm so surprised.
This is the summer cup.
That's beautiful.
I like the way they put the cucumber around that. It's a ribbon of cucumber.
It's beautiful.
Ooh, the Clover Club looks right up my alley. That is gin, dry vermouth, fresh lemon juice, egg white, raspberry syrup, and simple syrup.
Yum.
And of course, they have a mint julep. They have to. A champagne cobbler?
Ooh.
Why is that called a cobbler?
Because of the blackberry?
It mixed seasonal berries for garnish, yeah. And of course, the Dowager Countess has the final say. Her cocktail is gin, maraschino liqueur, creme de violette, lime juice. Now we're at the Great Hall for party drinks. A New York sour. Tea punch. Ooh. There's a drink called the Turkish attaché, and if you're a fan of Downton Abbey, you're laughing right now because we all know what happened to the Turkish attaché. Here's a Prince of Wales cocktail.
That's pretty.
A French 75 again. That's the second time we've seen one today. Fish House Punch.
Whoa, wait, Fish House Punch?
This once secret recipe was invented in 1732 at Philadelphia's venerable Fish House Club, which counted George Washington as a member.
Whoa.
The drink packs a wallop, so be sure to sip slowly and let the ice block dilute the punch.
Oh, wow.
They warn
It's
you.
dark rum, brandy, and peach brandy is why.
Woo! Oh.
Let me find a spectacular drink to end. Oh, you were asking about the Corpse Reviver from the other book. Here it is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no way.
What's in it?
Wow.
A Corpse Reviver is gin, Kochi Americano or Koki, I don't know how to say that. Kochi Americano, orange liqueur, lemon juice, and 2 dashes of absinthe, as though you just have absinthe laying around the house.
Yeah, no kidding.
So that is the Downton Abbey cocktail book. We are now going to close out our Amazon Live shopping stream, but we're going to invite you to join us every Friday at 2 p.m. on the West Coast, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. We will be here drinking cocktails in moderation carefully and chatting about cocktail history and cocktail books. Thanks so much for joining us. We're closing out Amazon Live. We still have our YouTube and Facebook friends on board. Thanks so much for joining us, and we appreciate you chatting with us, Alex, in particular. And